As the world mourns Pope Francis, history's most secretive transfer of power begins. White Smoke, the path to a new pope, guides you through this momentous transition. We explain exactly what happens next, leading to the dramatic conclave vote. Learn how each ritual unfolds, what each tradition means, and why these ancient ceremonies still matter today. Follow along as the throne of St. Peter stands empty and a new chapter in church history begins. White Smoke, available wherever you get your podcasts.
Do you know what a group of flamingos is called? That's just one of thousands of facts you'll discover on 5 daily trivia questions. Hi, I'm Mark Ellison. Join me every weekday for 5 mind-expanding questions about everything from ancient history to modern technology. Perfect for impressing friends or dominating your next pub quiz. 5 daily trivia questions. And the answer, a group of flamingos, is called a flamboyance. 5 daily trivia questions.
Caloroga Shark Media.
Well, good news. A woman is safe after being hounded by 100 raccoons. Hello, I'm Johnny Mack with your 5 good news stories. Kevin is a spokesperson for the sheriff's office. He said a woman called 911, having had to flee her property after 50 to 100 raccoons descended upon her home and were acting aggressively. She told deputies she started feeding a family of raccoons decades ago, and it was fine until about 6 weeks ago when the number showing up went from a handful to around 100. Spokesperson Kevin says she said the raccoons were becoming increasingly more aggressive, demanding food, that they would hound her day and night, scratching at the outside of her home at the door. If she pulled up by car, they would surround her car, scratch the car, surround her if she went from the front door or went outside at all. The raccoons saw the house as a food source, so they kept coming back to it, and they kept expecting food. Videos from the sheriff's office show raccoons milling around trees. Deputies who responded to the call did observe 50 to 100 raccoons. Spokesperson Kevin said this is a nuisance problem kind of her own making that she has to deal with. I'm going to give you another pro tip. Don't feed the bears. Actor Damien Lewis, you know that guy? Billions? Homeland, that guy? Yeah, he drove a flock of sheep across the River Thames. Lewis is among thousands of people granted the honorary title of Freeman of the City of London, which in medieval times came with the right to bring livestock across the river to market without paying tolls. Well, recently, during the annual London Sheep Drive, more than 1,000 freemen exercised that right, many wearing black hats and red cloaks. Lewis wore his grandfather's wool coat and carried a crook as he led the sheep over the Southwark Bridge. Damien said it was fabulous. Manny Cohen is the master woolman at the Worshipful Company of Woolmen and said the ancient sheep driving tradition was revived around 15 years ago and has become a major charity fundraising event. There are no plans to bring back other privileges for the freemen, such as the right to carry an unsheathed sword in public and to be escorted home if found drunk. Johnny Mac, you got a record for us? I sure do. A festival in Cyprus served up a sausage kebab that measured 246 feet long. The St. Lazarus and his little friend Savas Festival is an annual charity event honoring St. Lazarus. The event raised money for charities, including the St. Lazarus Center for People with Disabilities. The 246-foot sausage kebab required a team of about 30 people to lift. I don't know what they did with all the extra sausage, but I'm going to give them a tip. Don't feed the raccoons. White Smoke. The path to a new pope explores humanity's most elaborate and secretive transfer of power, a process now unfolding following the death of Pope Francis. This series reveals the hidden rituals, ancient traditions, and behind-the-scenes drama of papal transition. As the Catholic world enters this solemn period of mourning and anticipation, join us in witnessing how the Church has perfected this sacred process over 2,000 years, and what happens in these crucial days when the throne of St. Peter stands empty. White Smoke brings listeners inside the conclave that will determine who will succeed Pope Francis and lead the Church into its next chapter. White Smoke, wherever you get your podcasts.
You can get this podcast completely ad-free right now. If you're on Apple, just click the banner that says Uninterrupted Listening, and you'll get your first month free. If you use Spotify or other podcast players, go to caloroga.com/plus. It's just $5 a month, and you'll get access to over 20 premium shows with no interruptions. Binge listen to new series like the political thriller acting president, signal lost, where military secrets land on the wrong phone, and pager protocol, the thriller about exploding pagers in the wrong hands. Plus, enjoy daily shows like Palace Intrigue about the royal family, daily comedy news, and 5 daily trivia questions to test your knowledge, and White Smoke, taking you behind the scenes at what's happening right now at the Vatican. You also get all our hot shows like 5 good news stories. Enjoy your favorite content without any ad breaks. Remember, Apple users click the uninterrupted listening banner for your free first month, and everyone else head to caloroga.com/plus. Get ad-free listening today.
Have you ever walked across an entire country? Hudson and Emily did. They walked across the entire South Pacific nation of Tuvalu in under a minute. Emily was on Instagram and said, walking across this country took me less time than walking from my car into Target. The 2 Pennsylvania natives are trying to visit every country on Earth. So far, they've hit 183 of 195 on their list. Tuvalu has under 12,000 people and measures 10 square miles. Now, how did they get across in a minute? They picked the part where it's only 66 feet wide. Emily said, this should only be done by professionals. You have to take intense preparation, serious hydration, and the best of the best snacks. And good news if you're me and got to the end of the script and realized, oh, you didn't have a 5th story. You only have 4. Well, luckily for me, I have other scripts, so let me pull this one up. The World Egg Throwing Championships are back for the 20th anniversary. The event was founded in 2005 and has seen competitors from all around the world go head-to-head, with New Zealand coming out victorious in the inaugural competition back in 2005. Each heat sees team tossers throw an egg to catchers over distances that increase by 10 meters each time. The 5 pairs that successfully throw the egg the furthest without smashing their egg go through to the grand final. Next year's grand final will take place Sunday, June 29th, 2025. Andy Dunlop, president of the World Egg Throwing Federation, says it might not be a javelin, but it is considered an extreme sport. People have said egg throwing isn't a real sport, but of course it is. It's not like a javelin where you've just got a guy throwing a pointed stick down a field. This, you got to throw the egg over an ever-increasing distance, and you've got to catch it without breaking the egg. Nobody in javelin throwing tries to catch the javelin. That's a good point. And those are your 5 good news stories for today. Or did I do 6 by mistake? I thought I did 4. Did you get a bonus one? Go back and count. Who knows? Who cares? It was fun. You have a great day.
We interrupt this program to bring you an important Wayfair message. Wayfair's got style tips for every home. This is Styles McKenzie helping you make those rooms sing. Today's style tip: when it comes to making a statement, treat bold patterns like neutrals. Go wild, like an untamed animal print area rug under a rustic farmhouse table from Wayfair.com. Arr, fierce. This has been your Wayfair style tip to keep those interiors superior.
Wayfair, every style, every home.